SmarkCast, the Payback predictions. Not going to cover much of Raw. I was actually at Raw. It was in Knoxville. I live in Knoxville. Thompson Bowling Arena is 8 minutes away that way. I went, and I've seen a lot of bad shows, but every time I'm there live, they're always great. This time it was a very mediocre show. Even though I was there, it was very mediocre. The crowd was loud sometimes, kind of dead others, but really the main reason why the show wasn't all that great is because nothing happened. Nothing. Daniel Bryan came out and instead of, either handing over the title or progressing the story in some way, they were like, oh, let's hold off until Payback. So it's basically saying, like, oh yeah, sure, we have a shot at continuing this storyline, but instead we're going to wait another week. So really nothing big. I mean, Evolution and Shield had contract signing, but contract signings mean nothing. Bray Wyatt and John Cena didn't progress at all. It was just, a lot of people are saying that Raw kind of ruined their chance of buying Payback. I have the WWE Network, so I don't buy anything. I'm going to watch it. But I can tell you that I'm more excited for NXT Takeover tomorrow than I am for Payback. Just Payback's kind of lost its luster. There's really nothing huge that I'm looking forward to, but that's okay because I'm a wrestling fan and I'm going to watch it. But even if I didn't have WWE Network, I'd still buy it because I'm a mark. So either way, nothing really happened at Raw, nothing really happened to SmackDown. So I'm going to go ahead and get straight into the predictions. I've got them all right here. We'll start off with the kickoff match, which is the hair versus match, Swoggle versus El Torito. Once again, I do not give a single crap about this match. I mean, I can search my backpack for a crap to give, but I'm not going to find anything because I don't care. This is dumb. It's just, I hate the whole thing. Not to mention, anytime there's a mask versus something match, the mask is going to win. Why would El Torito lose the one thing that kind of gives him his persona? He's a bull. He needs the bull mask. Wrestling logic dictates that that El Torito's going to lose because he's been on a roll as of late. He has actually beaten every member of 3MB, which really pisses me off because there in no way, shape, or form should El Torito ever get a clean pin over Drew McIntyre. That shows that WWE just does not care about Drew McIntyre anymore. Does not care about one of their most underrated talents on the roster. Basically, having him being pinned by El Torito was WWE's way of giving Drew the middle finger and saying, you're done. Which makes me angry. El Torito versus Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle's losing his hair, and I still do not give a crap. So, Torito wins. I'm going to go ahead and skip on to the main show. Alright. Big E versus Rusev. It's the whole USA versus Russia thing. They're rehashing Nikolai Volkov. When Rusev is not even Russian. Lana's Russian. I did find out recently though, and it kind of shocked me that Lana and Rusev are dating in real life, and that just blows my mind. So it's just like Lana's really hot, but anyway, Big E versus Rusev. Big E's kind of fallen off. He's had to have pissed someone off because he is just kind of off the map right now. And Rusev's getting a huge push. He's in line to be one of the top heels. People boo him everywhere he goes and give him USA chance. That's what they want. So Rusev wins this one. It will actually be a contest though. This will not be a Rusev squash. It'll be a Big E's going to actually get some offense in, but Rusev's going to end up winning it in the end. So Rusev wins that. Sheamus versus Cesaro for the United States Championship match. This one was a little hard to choose, but I think I know who I'm going with. It seems that Cesaro's huge push has been kind of stagnant as of late, and Sheamus just won this title, so I'm thinking maybe Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm thinking Sheamus wins it, but the feud somehow continues. It keeps going for a couple of months. I think it'll end in Cesaro getting the title, but not at Payback. Sheamus wins this one pretty easily. I would rather Cesaro have it because, to me, even though I'm not like, I'm actually a huge fan of Sheamus. I think it's the Irish thing because I'm Irish and he's Irish. You can tell by my skin I'm Irish. I'm very white. I'm black Irish, black hair. But Sheamus is he's kind of above this title, so I don't think he should have this title. Either way, doesn't matter. Cesaro, Sheamus wins it. All right, the next one I'm going to have to go on a rant on. Alicia Fox versus Paige for the Divas title. Okay, I am not a fan of Alicia Fox. Never have been, never will be. I think she's garbage in the ring. Plain and simple. Everyone thinks that she is really good in the ring because everyone makes her look good. She's doing these moves. They'd be like, wow, that was a really cool move. Yeah, well, actually the other person was doing the majority of the work. But, and the one thing right now, and I'm going to go on, this is where I'm going to go on a rant, that's really angering me is the whole thing where Alicia Fox is throwing temper tantrums after the matches. To me, it's playing into a stereotype. And that's the one thing that's always kind of irked me about some personas is that when they play into the stereotype, it's I think it kills character. Sergeant Slaughter never played into the American stereotype. He was just a true American. Zeb Coulter never really plays into the racist stereotype. He says his words, and that's pretty much it. There is no real stereotype there. Nikolai Volkov, you name it, no one's really played into a stereotype before. They've danced around the stereotypes. But with this one, they're playing into a stereotype. They're doing the crazy female stereotype, making it worse that Alicia Fox is black. She's playing into the crazy black woman stereotype, and that makes me angry. I think it kills character completely. The playing into stereotypes is one of the worst things you can do. I mean, it makes me think, like, what are they going to do next? Are they going to have a woman drive poorly into an arena because of the women are terrible drivers stereotype? Or are they going to have a woman that spends most of her time in the kitchen and cleaning up the arena? I mean, what's next? You know, what other stereotypes are they going to start playing into? I don't find this Alicia Fox thing entertaining. I think it's dumb. I mean, the whole pouring the soda on her, the only reason why people cheer are because she's getting her boobs wet, and dudes like that. So they're not cheering for her on a temper tantrum. They are pretty much laughing at her. And I know people are saying that, you know, this is good publicity, this could launch something. No, it's not. It's hurting the division. These women, these divas, I mean, Alundra Blaze, Sunny, Medusa, Trish Stratus, Lita, they all fought and just clawed to get rid of the woman persona and get into this. They're strong, intelligent people. You know, they fought hard to get that, and WWE has destroyed it by bringing in all these supermodels and bringing in all these beautiful women, Eva Marie, that are completely talentless, and it just doesn't. It angers me that they have all these awesome female wrestlers in Japan right now, and female wrestlers in Ring of Honor, and female wrestlers in just any organization you can think of, and they are going with Alicia Fox, who throws temper tantrums. End of rant. Now to the match. I think the match will not be very good. Be a botch fest, but thanks to Alicia Fox. And once again, wrestling logic dictates that if you're on top, you're going to lose. If you are losing, you're going to win. Lose on TV, win on pay-per-view. That's the general thing. And Alicia Fox lost clean to Emma, and Paige, sorry for the spoiler, beats Tamina at SmackDown. Sorry for the spoiler. I have a friend that went to SmackDown. But, so Fox versus Paige. I mean, if they're going to go with that logic and have Fox actually beat Paige here, I will give up all hope on the Divas division. I will probably get up and use the bathroom during a Divas match, because this would be balling the Divas division up in a paper wad and throwing it in the garbage. So I just, if Fox wins here, I can't take the Divas division seriously anymore. I can't do it. I can't even watch the Divas division. But I digress, because I'm saying Paige is going to win it anyway. They aren't going to take the title off Paige. I still say that Alicia Fox is just a segue to when AJ Lee comes back. That's all it is. Paige and AJ Lee is the ultimate goal here. But speaking of using the bathroom, when I was in the arena at Raw, when Fox started throwing her temper tantrum, over half the arena got up and went to the bathroom. That should tell WWE something. No one cares about her stupid temper tantrums. And the ones that do care are not fans of the Divas division. They're just wanting to see the women do something. And unfortunately, the women can do something. The women can put on a good match if you just give them the time. I implore anyone that isn't a fan of the Divas division, that laughs at the Divas division, to please watch NXT Takeover. Watch Charlotte versus Natalya. And I almost guarantee you will be impressed, because they can put on a show. Charlotte can put on a show, Natalya can put on a show. And the thing about NXT, they give the women more than 5 minutes. I think Paige and Emma at the last NXT special event got, I think, 8 to 9 minutes, which was ample time to put on a great match and tell a good story. And they did. So watch NXT Takeover. Watch what the Divas can do. Moving along. Bad News Barrett, RVD. This one's another easy one. In no way, shape, or form is RVD ever going to hold this title. RVD is a stepping stone now. He's always been great. He's a legend. He's going to be a Hall of Famer for sure. But he's old, and he's doing what the legends of today should do, and that's coming in to put over younger talent. And so he's going to make Bad News Barrett look great. Bad News Barrett's going to walk out with the championship. Bad News Barrett's going to win this. I will say that in the arena, to me, I don't know how it looked on TV. I didn't watch it. To me, it looks like RVD has lost a step. He's not running as fast. He's not leaping as high. He's just kind of slowed down a lot. And that makes me sad, because I've always been a fan of RVD since his ECW days. But he's still great. I mean, even when RVD loses a step, he's still awesome. I need to quit doing this on days that they do the lawn, because I hate that. I'm sure you can hear it. Next would be is a match that isn't actually announced, but I think it will be announced. It's going to be the Wyatts, or Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. I think this is going to happen. I think it will be added, and I think the Wyatts will walk away with a championship here. Usos have been champions for a long time. I think it's about time they drop the titles, and I think they will drop the titles. They're going to drop the titles to the Wyatts at Payback. that is my prediction. It hasn't, I mean, it's not been announced yet, but I think it will be. I think it'll be announced about, God, I hate the freaking sound of a leaf blower. Sorry if it ruins this. Next we have John Cena versus Bray Wyatt in a last man standing match. This feud has been incredible. It's been going on for about 3 months now, and I think it's been one of the better feuds that the WWE has put on in a really, really long time, thanks to Bray Wyatt mostly. But I think it's time for this to end because I don't want this feud to get stagnant. I don't want this feud to be overplayed. I think this is where it ends, and I think Wyatt wins it. Bray Wyatt will win it. It will not be clean. Cena will be handcuffed somewhere. He'll be duct taped. He'll be chained to something. Something will be holding Cena down to where he cannot get up. But that will put Wyatt over. That means Bray Wyatt will win it. So I don't know if this will be the end of the feud, but I think it should be. It's a feud that I've been enjoying, and I don't want this feud to just keep going and people get bored of it. I mean, they're going to run out of ideas. I mean, this is it. Last man standing. Last man. This is it. End it. It's over. Hopefully. So, Wyatt. Alright. Main event. I'll get to the other thing here in a second. Main event. Shield versus Evolution. This one was without a doubt the hardest one I actually had to choose on. It was really tough because I think I know what's going to happen. It's not a prediction. This is more of a thought. I think Evolution's going to get a new member, and it's going to cause the Shield to lose. I think the Shield will lose this match. Evolution will stand tall. The rumor is that Batista's leaving. He is scheduled for the Raw after Payback, but that doesn't mean that he's scheduled for every Raw after that. What it could mean is they get a new member, Batista ain't happy about it, Batista leaves. Batista jets. And then this new member takes over. Who's the new member? I don't know. But I think there will be a new member, and I think this new member will cause the Shield to lose. So, Evolution on that one. And here comes the Gardner again. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, the last thing that is on the cards for this is the Daniel Bryan segment. The Daniel Bryan handing over his title segment. Okay. I've been predicting this for weeks. That Vince McMahon is coming back. We have lost our top face. He's not going to be gone long enough to replace him. He's going to be gone long enough for there to be a new champion, and long enough for him to come back and take it, but not long enough for there to be a brand new face. So, as much as I hate it, Dolph Ziggler is not stepping up. He's going to step up, but it's not going to be to replace Daniel Bryan. There's going to be people stepping up, which would be great, but no one's going to replace anybody. So they're going to need their top face still. And I think what will probably happen, maybe not exactly like this, but my prediction is that Bryan will hand over the titles to keep Bree's job. And then Stephanie McMahon's going to go ultimate heel and fire them both anyway. You're both fired. Now at Payback, I don't know if this will happen at Payback or the following Raw. I'm thinking probably the following Raw because they're going to want to do something to get you to watch the next Raw. Firing Daniel Bryan and Bree is one of them. So at Payback or the next Raw, no chance hits. Vince McMahon comes out and says, and is like, okay, you're not going to fire the most popular guy out there. It's not going to happen. So we have a new Raw general manager, and it's Daniel Bryan. This keeps Daniel Bryan relevant. this puts Daniel Bryan on the screen, even though he's injured. He doesn't have to fight. He could be a very good Mick Foley commissioner type character. Not except without the comedy, where now we got a face running the company, and he's going to make all the face choices. He's going to do terrible things to Evolution. He's going to do terrible things to everybody, and he's going to hire Brie back. His first order of business as the Raw general manager is to hire Brie back. So that's what that to me would be best case scenario, because I don't think he should keep the titles, because if he holds on to the titles, we're going to have 2 pay-per-views without a title match. Granted, one of those pay-per-views is Money in the Bank. And the big rumor right now is that the Money in the Bank match, like I said a couple of weeks ago, is going to not be a briefcase. It's going to be the titles. And it's going to be 6 dudes climbing the ladder to get the titles, which I said would be a horrible idea, or a horrible idea if they didn't have another Money in the Bank ladder match, because I really think that they really need that briefcase, because that's always one of the best storylines of the year, because every time something happens to the champion, you're thinking, oh, are they going to cash in? This is it, and it heightens the suspense. So I really think that they should have 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, if that is indeed the way they're going. So either way, I really hope that it's not just 1 Money in the Bank ladder match and there is no briefcase this year, because that would just ruin a lot of stuff. I mean, not to mention the Money in the Bank ladder match for the titles would be full of huge superstars. It'd be full of like Randy Orton and stuff like that. When I watch Money in the Bank, I want it to be an up-and-coming star. I want Damian Sandow, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler. I want people like that in there. I don't want Randy Orton and Kane and people like that. I mean, sure, it was cool when CM Punk did it, but CM Punk's an agile person. I mean, I would love to see all 3 of the Shield in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And that's one of the things that actually kept me from wanting to pick Evolution to win, because in the end of this feud, Shield's going to be on top, and I was saying like Shield could be, they end the feud and the Shield goes on to Money in the Bank, but in the end, I think they're going to continue this feud. They've got to. But either way, I think Daniel Bryan will relinquish the titles. He pretty much has to. It's kind of a sad thing right now, but it's alright. I mean, the guy just can't catch a break. I mean, he fights for so long to get to the top, and when he finally does, the Make-A-Wish kid dies, his dad dies, and he gets an injury. It's just bad luck. I guess it's kind of a positive that he married Brie Bella. I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, so I think that Payback, on paper, doesn't look like a very good card, and lately the build-up has been terrible, but it looks like it might be a sleeper. We might get some really good matches out of it and some progressed storylines, which is mainly what we need in WWE right now. We need storyline progression. So, as long as Paige wins, I'll end up giving this thing at least 3 stars. So, recap. You're going to need a recap, because you're going to need to write these down, because anyone who listens to this or watches this podcast, or I don't know if this is a podcast or not, I don't know what this is. If you watch it, last pay-per-view, I was 100% correct. All 8 matches, straight up, or 7 matches, all 7 matches, perfect. This one has some more bold predictions, such as the Wyatt's and Usos thing, and the way the Bryan segment's going to go down. Kind of hoping that Vince McMahon returns on the pay-per-view, because if he returns on the pay-per-view, then that will get people to tune in more if he makes Daniel Bryan the general manager at Payback. He's like, no, he's the general manager, and that'll get people to watch Raw because Daniel Bryan will be on it for sure. So, to recap, the kickoff match, Swoggle versus Torito. I still don't give a crap. Torito gets it. Big E versus Rusev. Rusev gets it. Cesaro versus Sheamus. Sheamus retains his title. Fox versus Paige. Please, I'm praying to the wrestling gods up in heaven and the wrestling god down on earth, JBL. I'm praying to you now. Paige better win this. So Paige wins that. Bad News Barrett retains against RVD. The Wyatts beat the Usos to become tag team champions. Not an official match yet, but it will be. Bray Wyatt crooks his way into a win over Cena because we all know Cena can't lose clean. To a heel, that is. And Evolution crooks its way to beating the Shield. Now, in that, now, usually they don't like to send people home unhappy. Evolution winning over the Shield would send people home unhappy on a pay-per-view. So I'm thinking what the best thing they can do is have the Bryan segment after the main event. I know that just sounds like a bad idea, because to me it sounds like a bad idea. But firing Bryan and then having Vince McMahon bring him back would send the fans home happy. But to end the pay-per-view not on a match is really, it's breaking a law. You know, it's like there's certain laws in wrestling that you just don't break. But WWE's been breaking a lot lately. Like the champion of the company, the WWE champion, should never come out first. He should always come out second. Unwritten law. They've been breaking that a lot lately. So, either way. But, I mean, I'm saying if they don't do that, they need to do the Bryan segment at the beginning or the middle as a cooler, maybe after the Bad News Barrett match. That's a really tough thing because it's really rare to find a promo segment in a pay-per-view. Most of the time, pay-per-views are meant for wrestling. You'll get backstage interviews and stuff like that, but you never get in-ring stuff, like in-ring storyline progression. It's weird. So that's going to be an odd thing. I don't know where they're going to place it, but who knows. So hopefully all these things come true. Anyway, that's my Payback predictions, and that's the end of the show. So if you want to agree, disagree, or whatever, sorry, I put my foot on the table that is holding my computer. If you want to agree, disagree, do whatever you want. I'll have my email address and my Twitter handle in the description as always, and I'll repeat it. It is smartcast@gmail.com. You see the name SmarkCast, just type that in and put @gmail.com. Type it in. If you have Twitter, find me. It's @-Darren, MINUSDARIN. My name says SmarkCast, and it's me in the Bray Wyatt costume. You get to see me in a Bray Wyatt costume. It's a very skinny Bray Wyatt. I call it anorexic Bray Wyatt. When it was posted on Twitter for the first time, most of the comments I got were, "It seems Bray Wyatt has lost a lot of weight." So, okay. I should have given predictions for NXT Takeover. Well, I can do that. There's only 4 announced matches. I'll go ahead and do that real quick before I sign off. Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd. Adrian Neville's got that one. Charlotte versus Natalya. Charlotte's got that one. And I think Adam Rose versus somebody. I forget who Adam Rose, but Adam Rose has got it. Doesn't matter because they've got to push Adam Rose. Then you got the Ascension versus El Loco. The Locals is what it is in Spanish. But in case you didn't know, one of the guys in El Locals is actually Ricardo Rodriguez. Yeah. Ricardo Rodriguez. So if you want to see Ricardo Rodriguez actually wrestle in his normal wrestling style, watch NXT Takeover. I think Ascension's got that one. I just don't think. I mean, to be honest, Ascension could actually lose that, because I think they're looking to put Ascension into the WWE or into Raw. So they could lose that to El Local. So that was one I'm on the fence for. But I'm going to go ahead, since there's going to be, one new champion in Charlotte anyway. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Ascension is going to win that one. I think when the Ascension loses it, they're going to lose it to someone big. They ain't going to lose it to the locals. That ain't going to happen. So yeah, there you go. There's some bonus predictions for NXT Takeover. Awesome. But I am minus Darren. This is the SmarkCast. Thanks for watching. As soon as I can